The price of confirming a man to run American justice turned out to be €1.5 billion, the amount of a fund that would have paid people convicted for storming the Capitol. Now the fund is gone, and the man is in. From Berlin, a few things about this story simply do not compute. In most European democracies, the person who was recently the president's personal defense attorney would not then be handed control of the entire National Prosecution Service. Americans have watched this happen and largely shrugged. From the outside, the shrug is the strangest part. Here is what actually occurred. Todd Blanche, until recently Donald Trump's own lawyer, is now the acting head of the United States Justice Department. To make the job permanent, he needs the Senate, and for weeks, two Republican senators, John Cornyn of Texas and Thom Tillis of North Carolina, refused to clear his path. Their objection was not Blanche himself. It was a compensation fund. The Trump administration wanted to set aside more than €1.5 billion for people who claim they were politically persecuted by earlier governments. The concern, quietly obvious to critics, was who would collect. Among the potential beneficiaries were people convicted for the 6th of January 2021 assault on the Capitol, the same people Trump later pardoned. The money would have come from a settlement in Trump's own billion-dollar lawsuit against the tax authority. So two of his own party's senators drew a line. They wanted it in writing that the fund would never exist. Blanche said publicly, again and again, that it was off the table. The Justice Department simply refused to put it on paper. Until Sunday evening, when Blanche issued an order stating there is, quote, no fund. On Monday, Cornyn and Tillis dropped their resistance. The committee vote comes Tuesday. The Republicans hold the majority. Blanche will almost certainly be confirmed. And note who blinked. Cornyn is leaving the Senate. He lost his primary after Trump backed a challenger. Tillis is retiring. Both had already earned the president's anger by daring to slow this down. In American politics, that is what happens to Republicans who ask an inconvenient question. They discover they are on their way out. Trump's own framing is worth hearing. He said the people charged over the Capitol attack, the ones who might have received the money, had seen their lives, quote, destroyed. The payment, he explained, would compensate them for their suffering. And then, many people like that. From here, the sequence tells the whole story. A president wants to pay his pardoned supporters. His party balks. A deal is struck. Drop the payout, and his former lawyer gets the Justice Department. The fund dies. The confirmation lives. Everyone moves on. What outsiders notice is how narrow the resistance was and how quickly it folded. Two departing senators, one written sentence, and the machinery resumes. The guardrails held for exactly as long as it took to negotiate them away. That's the view from here. What does it look like where you are? Drop it in the comments and subscribe for the perspective American media won't give you.